How to navigate the online world as an introvert. Hi, I'm Lucy Griffiths and I am such an introvert. I would happily hide away and really barely see anyone all week. Very often I'll take my son to school, I'll go for a run, I'll come home and I'll be just happy being at home and not really seeing many people at all. I'm very shy. And while I have my nearest and dearest, my friends, my family, who I love dearly, actually, I might appear social and bubbly, but I'm really happy to retreat and just stay in my shell. So being in the online world can be exhausting and draining, and you might feel like you need to be razzle dazzle and out there all the time. But the reality is you don't have to be. And I would say guard your energy. So choose ways for you to manage your energy. And one of the best ways for me to manage my energy is through video, because it means that I can have one day where I show up, I do these videos and I batch my content. And then on the back of it, I will then make sure that I am repurposing that video. So I'll do a YouTube video, but I use an app to make also reels and shorts. So it means that that's doing the work for me. And then on the back of that, I am then able to then just retreat and have a little downtime. So I'll definitely schedule in a day of batching my videos and I will plan out my content and I'll probably record 10, 15, 20 videos in a day, depending on my energy levels. And then the next day, I will really do a very low-key day. I make sure that it is a day where I'm not having to do anything that is exhausting and draining, because I don't have the capacity for it. I need to retreat and recoup my energy. And very often, I will book in some kind of healing session or a massage or something to take care of me because I've had that full-on day. So I really love Reiki or, something that's going to, work for me and my soul. So that's how I sort of do my show up, present myself, be out there, so that I'm doing my marketing and my videos do the talking for me, so that I don't have to go to networking events or any of those things that drain me. Because in the beginning, when I first started my business, I used to go to networking events and they were so exhausting and draining. And I just was like, I'm not doing this anymore, because it wasn't a great return on investment of my time, my energy, but also I didn't really get clients out of it. I can only think of one client who I've got from going to a networking event. So I really wouldn't say it is a great return on investment. Obviously, if you're an extrovert and you love it, go do it. But if you're an introvert, there are better ways to sell and better ways to run a business. Which leads me to my second point. So being in the online world, it means that you do need to show up and be social on social media, but you don't have to do every platform. And so being an introvert, I really like LinkedIn. I find it's quieter. It's a much more social, lovely space, rather than it being overly like razzle dazzle, I'm amazing, glossy, like on Instagram. And also the algorithm is more favorable. So you're more likely to get seen for your comments, your interactions, than you will on say Instagram. So, you can say to yourself, well, I'm going to post every day. So for me, I post every morning about 6:30 a.m. And I also make sure that I spend about 30 minutes commenting. So even if you're not feeling like, I'm feeling exhausted, you might say, well, I'm going to spend 30 minutes commenting, even if I can't face writing a post, because that is still going to help you build connections and community. And the connections that you build on LinkedIn are much more real. It's a much greater return on investment because they are business owners. They are people who are serious professionals who are there to make money, grow their business, and also, get that skills and that training. So it removes all the kind of hobby businesses or people just doing this as, whatever, rather than it feeling like it's a really intentional, they're serious, they're there to do business. So LinkedIn is a great place in the online world. And then it's then working out what is the best way for you to sell. So for me, the best way to sell, so I use LinkedIn as a way to grow my audience, to connect with people, but I'm not necessarily using that to sell, because I think selling from social media is pretty difficult. You can do it, but it's full on and it's exhausting and draining. As an introvert, it doesn't work for me. I feel like it's too exhausting. Whereas when it comes to email, you can build those connections through email, and it's just quieter, it's softer. It feels like it's a more feminine energy rather than a push, push, push. It's like not rah in your face. It's kind of like, oh, hi, let's have a little conversation on email. And, you send an email and then they might reply, they might send a comment, and then you start a conversation. And so for me, I feel like that's much more aligned and works much better for me and my business. And then another thing that I think is really interesting going into, the new year for me, I also really love doing video. So I love my YouTube videos, which I batch, but also, doing shorter videos, so shorts and reels. And how can I then take that short form of content and turn it into something else? And so you can do that by, using software like AI software like ManyChat to basically help you to then take people from watching that video into a conversation in the DMs. And maybe that works better for you. So if you're an Instagram lover, that might be a way for you really to, show up and connect and think, how can I, do something that really aligns with me and my business? And so being an introvert doesn't have to mean that your business is exhausting and draining. It doesn't have to mean that you can't fit it around your family, your commitments, your loved ones. You can still run a successful business and have that easy flow. Now, if you want an easy way to sell, check out my easy launch plan below. I'd love to share it with you. And if you like this video, I'd love you to subscribe. Please click on the link below to subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, bye, bye.